Hello and welcome to the forge. So today I'm getting back to my bread knife. Got you zoomed in kind of up here. This is our existing bread knife. Don't particularly like it. The handle doesn't feel right. It's kind of flimsy and it's cheap stainless steel. And it doesn't hold an edge very well. Not great for a knife. So I'm going to use it to kind of a bit of a template so I can then grind out the shape of a bread knife, because they're all generally about the same and about what pretty much what I want. So I've got the thicker spine on this side, got it thinner here, so that's where I want the edge. And this piece of steel happens to be the exact length I need to be able to do this. So I'm gonna just do a quick ish outline. Again, I'm not looking for a perfect replication of this knife because it's going to be my own, but the handle was, you know, I'll do the so as you can see, this is not a full tang. If I do it with the steel I have, make sure I don't cut myself with a knife, it's gonna be a longer tang than what it has, so I can get a better grip on the handle. I can do more adjustment to it, and then once it is cut out, I can then start doing more shaping on it and get it tempered and get it better ground into shape and cut the teeth in properly. So I'm gonna leave you there so you can see what I'm doing this way, and so I can have light illuminating where I'm going to cut it out. So I got our lovely little grinder here with a cutoff wheel. Again, powered by my Jackery. Not sponsored, just happen to buy it for various purposes. It works great. Maybe let's not spark directly onto the alcohol bottle. As you can tell from the color of the sparks, this is a good, nice high carbon steel, because you're getting lots of those nice bright orange sparks. I'm getting almost all the way through this, got a little bit more. See, it chewed up quite a bit of the cutoff wheel. Grab the I can use this for something else now, because it's still a good piece of steel. Don't know what to use it for yet, but hey, it's a good piece of high carbon steel. You can sit over there and get cool. All right. As you can tell, nicely cut out. I'm gonna turn it around and cut it down the other way. Using the tongs because grinding wheels get things nice and hot. So now I can go get this in there like that. Nice and secure. So the bit that I cut off, I can use it to throw in a can for some sort of Damascus once it gets nicely cleaned off. But this I'll cut off too and do basically the same thing. Gonna completely eat this grinding wheel. And this cutoff wheel might be just about done. Yep. All right, so I'm going to pause you, go grab another cutoff wheel. Fortunately, we've got a bunch of them. And then I'll come back. But if you didn't hear any of that, let's do it again. So this is the old wheel that came off. This is the new wheel that's on. You can see the size difference and how much I've worn it off. The button here for grabbing it so it doesn't turn, so you can get it tightened. You want it just hand tight, plus a little. Now this is the second time I've said all of that. Let's get to it. All right. And that part I'll grind out using my other grinder, or using this grinding disc, so that I can get in there and get nice and tight. Grind out the. I'll better shape the blade with the actual grinding disc rather than a cutoff disc. This is just to do the major work. And so you can see what got cut off of now. Yeah, I can go over there with that. That may just end up being scrap or used as filler. I can take a magnet and pull up all the metal filings from grinding this off. And I might do that in the future and put it in a crucible and do a grinder dust filing knife. All right, we're probably still okay. That end's cool. That end's probably hot. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna pause you again, or stop you again. Rearrange lighting and stuff and pull out my other grinder and go a little nuts grinding that way. All right. So here we go with the my other grinder, the actual grinder versus the little hand grinding tool. We'll get it. We'll work on that. Apparently I'm doing this in one take because I forgot to pause the video. So, are we hot? We are not hot. We are, however, sharp on both sides. So, first things first, I'm going to kind of knock off the little sharp bits, and then it'll be easier for me to work with. I can grind it how I want it. Well, that's the joy of this little tool, so I can sit here and grind and not get my hands in the heat. Nope, that's not gonna work. All right. Just gonna have to. You can see what I'm doing there. Oops, they're getting in front of the camera once. See what I'm doing there? Getting it ground down. It's a bit warm because, well, friction's a bitch. There's a little sharp bit so I don't end up cutting myself while I'm holding it. Actually, I'm liking this curve better than what it has there, so I'm going to just keep working this curve. So I can get a rough shape to the handle. Get a nice finger slot going there. Okay. There we go. Kind of like that. That's hot. All right. Turn this off for now. All right, so it's working on a nice handle there. It's a little hot for me to grip to test. I got the shape going. That's still warm. I will have to straighten it out because it's got a bit of a bow. Since it's hot, I'm gonna give it a quick test with my glove, and then gloves stay out here in the shop where I get spiders. So I need give it a good whack so I can, okay, yeah. Now I won't be wearing gloves when I'm working with it, but that's got a nice finger grip, kind of like the, that'll be a nice smooth cut, nice and flat on the table this way. And then once I get the teeth cut in, and I can start sharpening it. So yeah, so I'm grinding the bevels some, got to straighten it, so it's going to need some significant heat, so I will have to fire up the forge, which means that'll be another day, not today, because I don't have time to continue going too far in depth in this. But that's starting to become go from piece of flat bar so it is $10.95. So that's what it started as. I've got a whole bunch more 1095, so I can go way spider. I'm going to be working on a few other knives. That's an earwig. Those are evil. But this is what happens when you leave 1095 out in the shop. I don't have a better place to keep it. I might bring it back inside actually. But so 1095. I have the wood I'm going to be using for the handle inside. Yeah, I'm going to bring that back inside. But we have, okay, good. Now it's cooled down enough for me to actually get a hand around it. That's feeling pretty good. Once I get the wood on there. But first I got to straighten it out, do some more grinding on it to thin it out some more. But yeah, I'm definitely got to take that out. Then I got to heat treat it and sharpen it, or do some more grinding on it, heat treat it, sharpen it, cut the teeth in for a bread knife, and that'll be a few more videos. And if you want to see how this ends up, subscribe, hit the bell, so you get notified when I make new content gets uploaded and released. I need to put out at least a video a month to possibly get where I start making some money from YouTube. This isn't necessarily to make money. It's more or less a hobby. But I do have a GoFundMe going to help me get a belt grinder. Because a lot of what I've been doing here today, I could go fast on a belt grinder. It's nice to get things smoothed out and stuff without having to sit here and use a stone grinder. Stone grinders are great, but this is Highland Winds Forge, and see you in the next one.